Hi guys, this is Clara once again and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Clara Chips Show. What is sex? When is the right time to have sex? Is sex before marriage okay? Is being a virgin the right thing to do? Why do people feel so uncomfortable when talking about sex? Is sex a bad thing or a good thing? Well, you've got the answers. This show today is all about sex. I want to talk about sex today. I feel uncomfortable, but what can I do? So, if you're watching me for the first time, this is a show where I share about my life experience, the things that I'm learning in my own life, and also the things that I'm learning from other people. So I can say that it's not by accident that you're watching this video today. So you better stick around as we dive in and hear what I need to say to you today. Well, like I said earlier, we are going to discuss sex today. And just maybe let me just try to start with this story. Just 2 days ago, I was with my daughter and we were going to the mall because she's also a YouTuber, Moose, and she was making a vlog. So I was driving the vehicle and then we were chatting and I asked her a question about sex. I was like, Moose, what do you think about sex? Is sex before marriage good? Is being a virgin, certain questions like that? And she was like, Mom, no, I don't want to discuss that. She became like embarrassed, but I told her that no, I'm your mom and I need to know. What do you think about sex? But I could see that she was very uncomfortable, but I can't really I can't blame her for that because I think I've noticed, especially here in Zambia, traditionally, we don't really talk about sex. And if your parents tell you about sex, maybe they just say things like, don't sleep with men, you are too young, wait until you get married. Yeah, these all things are good, but I think we restrict ourselves as parents so much to just look on one part, and which is telling our kids to be virgins, and we don't really share a lot more about sex, what's involved, making love. So this is what I want to talk about today, because when I was growing up also, my mom used to tell me the dangers of sex. She used to say things like, when you sleep with a man before you get married, that man won't respect you, he will think that you are a prostitute. She also used to say that it's not right in our tradition to sleep with a man before you get married, you have to be a virgin. And on my part, I always felt like making love or having sex was a wrong thing to do. This really affected me so much that when I got married and after having sex with my husband, I could feel the guiltiness, because at the back of my mind, I always felt like I have done something wrong, because I was never taught that sex or making love is good. Because right now, I can see that all those things, I know they meant well, but as parents, I think we need to prepare our children in a right way, of course, to tell them about sex and to tell them that sex actually, it's not a terrible thing, it's a wonderful thing. But one thing you have to know when you are having sex or making love to somebody is, are you doing it for yourself or you're doing it for the other person? The other thing you also need to know is this the right time for you to do it? Are you really into it? Because when you start having sex or you start making love, it's something that becomes addictive sometimes. And if you're not married, are you going to handle? You end up sleeping with a lot, having sex or making love with different men or different women. But is this what you want? So I have come to realize that since I was affected in such way, now what I need to tell my children is that actually sex is good. Making love, in other ways, is good. It's good in a way that you need to make love to the person that you love, the person that you are in love with, so that you don't regret, because other people can just use you. They just want to sleep with you or have sex with you and they forget about you. But are you ready for that? If you are dating and you're sleeping with your boyfriend, are you happy? Are you ready? Is this person forcing you? Are you doing it for them? You know, a lot of teenagers out there are having sex, and as parents, sometimes there's nothing we can do, because even if we warn them, they end up doing it anyway. My mother told me not to have sex before marriage. She told me to be a virgin, you know. Yes, my husband was the first man who broke my virginity. He was the first person that I slept with, but I slept with him before we got married because I wanted to try. I wanted to try and see this sex and what it's all about. And at the end of it all, I was like, so this is it, you know. So I think it's very important for these kids to be prepared and to know what is involved when they sleep.